Welcome, 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 everybody. All right, welcome. Come on in. Mhm. Come on in, come on in, come on in. All right. Move from X. Save changes. All right. Hopefully, we live on YouTube. Had some issues on the other uh, the other stations. All right. Got all types of technical difficulties. This is what happened today, right? Let's see what we got here. Ah, bring this brother in. What's going on?
What's going on, brother? You doing all right?
Good. I'm good. I'm good. How
Good.
you feel?
I can't complain, man. Thanks for having me. You good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Well,
Good to have you. Good. I'm trying to. I can't. I don't know how my audio sounds on your side. How does it sound on your side?
it's coming. It's coming through kind of patchy, but I can understand what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm that now. Let me. I gotta get that situated right.
Okay. Can you
Yeah.
hear me? Okay.
No, you good. You good.
Okay.
I didn't want to. I didn't want to plug into actual headphones. I might have to do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Try to put this on a different platform, so it's like, how's it now?
Yeah, that's better.
Oh, all right, great, great, great. Didn't want to have it on this. How you doing? Didn't want to have it here,
Okay.
but yeah. So once you get in here, man, I'm gonna have you kind of like introduce yourself and what you get into, because I know a lot of this. Hold on, man. What is going on? This what happened today, right? And, I've been on this StreamYard thing for like 3 months straight
Okay.
on other people platforms, no issues.
Okay.
Soon as I run my own situation, it's like, not today, buddy.
Right.
So
Now I know how that goes.
yeah, man. So what you had going on?
Just a bunch of development stuff. Talking to the guys. Getting ready to start out. Rollout stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot more content like the content that we just put out, just trying to get that streamlined and in pocket. You know what I mean? So
Right.
strategizing with the guys. I had a really good talk with Chase today. Just strategizing, man. Just really in the strategizing phase. Good conversation with Ray. Um, you know, just in the cook up, calm before the storm. It's about to turn it up. Chase hit me with a really good idea today, so I'm gonna do my best to implement that. You know what I mean?
Right.
But he hit me like excited about that video. You know what I mean? That's the first thing that he's responded to that they've done. So it's like, so he kind of hit me with a game plan, and it wasn't. what I initially was gonna do,
Right.
but I understand why he said it. So I'm gonna do my best to implement what he said. The coaches got to be able to be coached too. You know what I mean? So
Right. Right. And
hierarchy, respect.
I was just really explaining that to some people. You don't want to be like the guy in the room that nobody can tell anything to.
That part,
Right.
especially when the guys is telling you are more successful than you.
Right. Right. So,
So,
it's definitely so really introduce yourself though to the people, because I know I talk about you a lot.
okay,
I know it's other artists that talk about you a lot. Like, we might have Leak Moss, whoever.
okay.
We got guys always talking about range this, range that, range, and then a lot of the
Oh, we
artists that's around, they kind of like who is range? Who is the range guy?
okay.
So yeah,
All right.
yeah. So go ahead. You can tell the people who you are.
Okay. We in right now. Okay,
Yeah,
bet.
yeah,
Bet,
yeah.
bet.
We good. We
My
live right
fault.
now. I'm working on the technical difficulties because I ain't gonna hold nobody up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Range the messenger. Artist development coach, executive, representing the Ring Music Group. uh, Curator. I build acts. I build artists. I work with singers. I work with rappers. I work with multi-genre, pop, hip hop, country. I got a background in singing and rhyming myself, and I'm just here to help artists be great. I deal in like the psychology aspect. I deal in like the knowledge aspect, building characters, building personas, helping people understand what it is to be a professional, helping artists to get over being so emotional and moody, and helping them tap into being just real, just help them tap into being a pro about the situation. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right. Right. So the ring. What is that?
So the Ring is a conglomerate of creatives that came together to put. That's the easiest way to say it. Is kind of like a label, but
Right.
it's a music group that was here that was put here to basically bring good music back, like that real good music, feel good music, the balance of music. You know what's going on with most of the messaging that's going on out
Right.
here. So something that was put here to bring back positivity in music without it being like corny and goofy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Um,
Right. Right.
one of the founding members, along with Carvin Hagen's of the infamous Carvin and Ivan production duo out of the Touch of Jazz camp. Carvin basically discovered Music Soul Child, and broke him as an act. Has written for icons, Justin Timberlake,
Mm.
Jill Scott. You know what I mean? So him, myself, Deshaun Penn, which has been basically my partner since I moved here. Deshaun is a really dope artist development curator as well. He was on Making the Band back in I think 2006, 2007 when he did Day 26, and he
Mm.
made it to the finals of that. Just a tremendous singer, but just he like a music nerd, man. So he just very knowledgeable about the business and about building acts. Wiz Gam, Philly staple, MC, songwriter, Yanni Strickland out of Willenboro, who's
Mm.
an amazing producer,
Right.
curating Dilemma, out of Willenboro, who's currently stationed in LA. Won a Grammy for producing for Jasmine Sullivan, Ab Lava, Major Figures, Philly legend, writer extraordinaire, your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. Uh, it's about 11, 12 people, man. It's about 11, 12 people that are behind it, and I probably name like six of them, but those are probably the names, that come to mind first. No slight to anybody I didn't name. Like everybody's dope. You know what I mean?
Right. Who y'all working with like currently?
Currently, Kenya Vaughn,
Mm.
Jay Brown. Jay Brown just got his second number one on the R&B playlist, Billboard R&B playlist chart. He got his
Right.
second number one last week. So we got a number one on him last year, and we got a number one on him a week ago. So off the same project. So
That's
really
dope.
be proud of the work that we're doing with that. Like, yeah, we outside. Records on the radio. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we
Right.
working, man. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's dope. That's dope. So, like, one of the things that I know that besides I know you for being like a dope artist. artist, right? And I
Right.
know you for being like not just R&B. Like some people might just think like just Range. Yeah, he sing. No, Range is an MC. Range do
Right.
like pretty much everything, bro.
Right.
So, but like one of the main things that I really have come to know you for over the years that really impresses me, that I really get a lot from you from, is the artist development piece,
Right. Right.
right?
Right.
So there's a lot of things that when I'm talking to artists, I realize through my conversation with you that artists just don't know. Like they just don't. It just doesn't. It's not even something that comes in their mind. They think that
Right.
I'm nice, so
Yep.
everybody's supposed to just fall in line. You
I
understand what
think
I'm saying?
I think that's how we all start off. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
because most of us, maybe not everybody, but probably 95, 96% of us, when we start off, we feel like we nice and we want to prove something to people. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And
Right.
and so you start to hear, from your peers and your family, like, yo, you nice. And it's like they don't really know what the industry standard is. They just
Right.
know that you got a talent that they don't necessarily got. And you like hearing that. Like you like hearing that. So you want to do it, you want to show off to people, not really understanding that this is a whole world. You know what I mean? Like it's
Right.
the whole world. It's a whole thing that you got to understand. I try to explain to people that the music business is just like any other business. Like if you go to work, the first thing that you do before you go to work is you go to job training. You know what I mean? So artist development is basically like it's like training for you if you want your job to be, a professional musician. Yo, yo.
Yeah, yeah, I'm here. Damn,
Okay.
this is John. My bad. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh man, this John is. Yeah, but go ahead. I can hear you. I don't know if you can hear me.
Okay, now I just
Yeah.
couldn't see you, so I didn't know. I didn't
No,
know.
no, no. I'm still here. Go ahead. You good?
Okay. Okay, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's the long and short of it, man. I coming from I'm from Virginia. I'm from Roanoke, Virginia, Southwest Virginia, the middle of nowhere, pre-internet. You know what I mean? So there was just so many things that nobody was there to tell me about how the industry worked. So it was just me kind of like cutting my teeth and learning things the hard way. I did all sorts of different things with music because I was, multi-talented. So I was in everything from rap groups to like bands that was like fusion. I was in like a rock reggae rap fusion band. You know what I mean? I was in like singing groups that was on some like boy band type time. So like I really have a vast history of just doing all sorts of things with music. And I learned what it was to be a professional. I learned what it was to be a character. I learned what it was to have to stand out as an entity, even if I wasn't more talented than the person that I was going on. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
you start to reach a ceiling for talent, right? You start to
Right.
understand that no matter how talented you are, you always gonna find somebody that's a little bit more talented than you. And so it's like, well, how do you stand out? You stand out by becoming a memorable character. You look at a person like Cardi
Mm.
B, right? Like
Right.
it's not, it's not a secret that she's written for, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like, but what makes her a person that people will want to write for? The
Mm.
character, right? The character is something that's memorable, it's over the top, it's something that you want to see. So what I do is I teach artists how to be that character, how to be that entity, how to be more than talent. Most
Mm.
artists don't understand how to be more than talent. So I teach the artists how to be more than talent.
Right. Right. I remember it was. I remember talking to you one time, and you was telling me about. You had used that analogy before. I never thought about it. It was. I think it was about Usher and Kevin Campbell. Remember
Okay,
that?
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Explain that again for the
So
people.
So when you think about just sheer ability to sing, right?
Right.
Especially back then, because Usher's really developed as a vocalist over the years. But when they first came out, Usher couldn't sing like Tevin Campbell. Like Tevin
Right.
Campbell had the voice, right?
Right.
But as when Tevin was a kid, he didn't have to sell anything, but that he could sing, right? Because they weren't gonna like sexualize him or anything like that as a child.
Right.
But as he got older, once he hit 18, 19, you know what I mean, he couldn't sell love songs that was believable because you didn't believe that he wanted women. You know what I mean?
Right.
Whereas with Usher, he wasn't the singer Tevin was, but his persona, you believed everything he was saying, right? So
Right.
what ended up happening was Tevin Campbell ended up phasing out because there was no audience for him, especially then, because if he would have come out now, there's an audience for all of that now. You know what I mean? When we were
Right.
coming up in the 90s, like the audience wasn't really there for that. So his career ended up stalling out, whereas Usher was able to make the leap and continue to go because he was selling something that was totally believable and something that he could attach to forever. So
Mm.
so Tevin was the better singer. Usher ended up being the better artist. You know what I mean?
Right. 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 So that goes into that having more than talent thing,
Yes,
right? You
absolutely.
have it has to be more than just the talent.
It's we can do it with the most recent thing that's happened, in pop culture with the Kendrick Drake battle, right?
Right.
Right? The reason that Kendrick won was because he was more steeped in the culture than Drake. He knew what to do, right?
Mm.
It wasn't you. Not, we not looking back at it like, yo, who rapped the best. We're looking at it as who was the most effective with what they were trying to do. That's
Right.
that's not talent based, right? Kendrick, when you think of Kendrick, you think of him being fully immersed in the culture. When you
Mm.
look back at his projects is all culture, right?
Right.
Whereas Drake's projects is all hits.
Right.
Kendrick attacked that. Drake made moves that weren't strategically smart. The AI thing, he didn't understand how that was going to affect the culture. He didn't understand how AI Tupac was going to affect the culture, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
So it wasn't. So you not. None of us are coming away from the joint like, yo, Kendrick outbarred Drake. Nobody's saying that,
Mm.
right? It's Kendrick's choices were better than Drake's choices, and that's all. That's all development stuff. Like J. Cole entering the battle and then apologizing. You know what I mean? Like that's all stuff that's like, you know, his camp should have had him better. His camp should have been like, "This ain't the place for you." You know what I mean? Like that ain't this. This ain't the place that you need to be, so that he doesn't end up having to apologize. So many of these artists crash out because they don't have. And I'm not saying that Cole don't have advisors and stuff in his corner. They're just doing it at the highest of heights, right?
Right.
So and some of these mistakes be unprecedented because some stuff we've just never seen before. You know what I mean?
Right.
But at the early stages, we've seen it all before. So what I'm able to do is keep artists from making career damaging mistakes. You know what I mean? I'm able to help them curate a character. You know this as well as anybody. Everybody can record now. You know what I mean?
Right.
So since everybody can record now, you don't have to put work in to be able to record. And what happens is people just imitate what they hear and then they go record it, right? And then they come
Right.
like, yo, it's hot, right? And it's like, yeah, you sound like everybody else just doing the thing. There's no way that you're gonna stand out sounding like everybody else is doing the thing, even if you're doing a good imitation of everybody else doing the thing, right?
Right.
So artist development is gonna pull the thing out of you that makes you unique. You know what I mean? It's gonna push you further. It's gonna make you do more work. It's gonna, one of the things about us being from the older generation, something I was telling you just the other day, I've watched you just get better and better and better and better at rapping. You know what I mean? Like when I
Right.
first heard you, you was dope, but I've heard you continually get better. But we're from the era of upset, right?
Right.
So what's happening now is that's not this current era. This current era is convenience, right? So
Mm.
it's convenient for me to have a studio set up in my house. This is what little such and such and so and so sound like. Oh, I can do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
Right.
so then they come to you like, yo, this hot, right? And it's like, well, no, it's not really hot because I've heard a bunch of people do it. Is it a good imitation? Yeah,
Right.
it's a dope imitation, but like I can't do nothing with this because this is already being done, right?
Mm, mm,
Whereas
mm.
what you've done, right, and what we teach in artist development is really obsession with craft, with
Right.
character. There's a character behind what you're doing. There's a very specific way that you're approaching this that's consistent, right?
Right.
And it's in a lane that's not a highly saturated lane, which means when you do things, you're gonna stand out, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's distinct things that you go with, even with your look, right? There's
Right.
distinct things that you do, uh, even with you being able to rock the gray a certain kind of way, that's gonna make you stand out amongst the other artists.
All right, we're gonna get range back. Definitely gonna get range back. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. But you know, range giving y'all the jewels right there. Definitely dropping it on y'all. You know, um, just hold tight. Hold tight, brother. Be right back. Be right back in the building. Okay. Yeah, we wanna go ahead and give us a second to get back. Get back with us. Here we go. Where you at? Here we go. Here we go.
My bad. I had a call knock
No,
me
it's
off.
all good. It's
Yeah,
all
yeah.
good. Yeah,
But
yeah. Mm-hmm.
but the curation is what separates, right? And that
Right.
takes time. Like everybody wants instant gratification, right?
Right.
It it takes. You could always rap.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have the persona when I first met you,
Right.
right? You know what I mean? And it takes time to develop that. Everybody wants to be hot now, right?
Right.
So artist development slows you down and gives you the foundation that's going to separate you from everybody else, right?
Right.
You can tell when I've got an artist and I'm working on an artist. If I put an artist on a showcase with other artists, you know what I mean? You could tell the difference between the artist I'm working with and just a person who's talented, right? And it's not
Right.
even that my artists be more talented. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's just the polish. It's just the understanding,
There you
the
go.
the ability to relate to a crowd, the ability to handle adversity, the ability to carry yourself like a professional. Like
Right.
that's like any job. Any job got on the job. You don't go to no job that don't have on the job training. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
So same thing.
So like, because one of the things that I'm starting to notice too, right, is like this newer generation, they don't know how to perform. So I heard you say that part about being on the stage. They don't know how to be. They don't know
Absolutely.
how to perform. They don't understand um, those little nuances about being on the stage and different things like that. You got a lot of people still rapping over MP3s.
hmm
You
This
understand what I'm saying?
this generation learned to do everything inside,
Mm.
right? It
Right.
was it was in their room, in a mirror, in a mic, and not really understanding how interaction works, right?
Right.
And to understand interaction, I say the purpose of artist development is to get ahead of the mindset of the people, right?
Mm.
In order to understand how to control, you have to understand how people think and why they think the way they think.
Mm.
That comes into play 100% when you're doing a live performance, right? Because what are most artists when they first start doing live performances? They self-conscious, right? They
Right.
they're self-conscious. They're thinking about how they look, how they feel to themselves. Can I hear myself? Oh my God, I'm nervous. Am I about to mess this up? Right? You know what I mean? And
Right.
then, or they're imitating something that they saw somebody else do, but they don't really understand why they were doing the thing. So they're not doing it strategically. They're doing it because, oh, I saw this other person do it. This must be the way that you do it. Right?
Right.
Instead of having a real cerebral understanding as to why am I doing this? I'm getting ahead of my why should I move this way? Why do I need to hold the mic this way? Why do I
Mm.
need to stand this way? Why when do I need to move? When do I need to stand still? When do I need to engage the crowd? Why is it even important that I'm able to rhyme without the MP3 under me, without my vocals under me?
Right.
What's the difference? What's the difference in me rhyming over my track and me being able to give you something where you can really connect to my voice? Right? There's a connectivity difference
Right.
when somebody is giving it to you raw, right? This it's as simple as this. If I would have recorded what I'm saying right now and just sent you a recording, right? It's
Right.
not the same as me and you having a live interaction.
Right.
Performance is the same thing, right? I can't be spontaneous if I'm rhyming over a MP3 joint. I can't give you a different version. You can't really hear my gift that way. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right. Right.
So yeah, a bunch of nuances to that.
Right. Right. That's definitely important. I feel like that's a lot of times that's all of this encapsulates like a huge part of what a lot of artists miss when they first come in. So like
Right.
nowadays, when I tell a lot of these young guys when they coming in and they always, OG, what should I do? What should I? The first thing I tell them, you need to get down with artist development. Don't even think about dropping projects. Everybody want to come in and drop an EP. Everybody want to come in and drop a whole album, 15 songs on the album. Nobody knows you, bro. You about to drop that into space. Like,
You about, you about to waste your time and your money.
right,
You about to waste your time and your money. I tell people if you should get artist development first, if for no other reason, I'm gonna save you bread. You know what I
mm,
mean? If you care about your bread, let's do artist development because I'll help you understand I'll help you understand what you need to spend on, who you need to be spending with, what's gonna get you the most bang for your buck, and I help you become the product so that when you're putting your money into this thing, you're able to execute it the right way. You know,
mm-hmm.
when you come, I'm just gonna keep saying it again and again. People don't understand. You have to learn to be a professional in any field. In any field. I don't care
Right,
if you're working at McDonald's. You don't go to McDonald's and they put your ass straight on the cash register. You know what I mean? You come in for orientation. They teach you how it works. They teach you how to run the drive through. You ain't in there just like, yo, just go do your thing.
right,
People treat it like, oh, it's art, it's expression. Yeah, but even to speak English, you go to class. You know what I
right,
mean? So it's no different. It's an art form. You know,
mm,
it's an art form and it's a business. So you
right,
have to learn things about the art form, and then you have to learn things that are smart for you to do in business. You know what I mean?
right. Those are great points, and it's stuff that I definitely hope that my younger audience they latch on to and
Word.
take as much of this free game that they're getting. I want y'all to tap in. Y'all gonna tap in the range. I'm gonna put all his contact information in there. He's listen. The brother is definitely an asset for you to get with, and especially if you're taking this serious. Like
Yeah,
if you ain't
absolutely.
taking it serious, then
You,
do your
I
thing.
tell people all the time that they don't even understand that they taking it serious until we start working,
Right, right,
right? Because
right,
you think you're taking it serious until I start giving you homework assignments. You know what I
right,
mean? And then it's like, damn, I
right.
gotta do all that. Like, yeah, bro, yeah, you gotta
Yeah,
do all that because when you look at the greats in any field, you know, they not just showing up to play on game day. You know what I mean? You
right,
mess around and die trying to do LeBron's workout. You know what I mean? Like you
right,
mess around, pass out trying to do KD's warm up. You know what I
right,
mean?
right,
So it's like understanding that in order to be great, even when you look at an artist that you don't even think is like deep or nothing like that, like you could look at a person that's just like on some wave type time, like a person like Future. His work ethic is unmatched.
right,
You know what I mean? So it's
right,
like you think he just getting on there and doing melodies. This Joker got thousands of songs, and he came out of one of the illest camps of all time, being the Dungeon Family camp, right? You
right,
know, I heard old clips of him when he was meathead, rhyming like Outkast. You know what I mean? So he developed into what you see as Future. You know what I mean? Like that developed. That wasn't just an overnight thing where he just woke up one morning and that was the vibe, that was the wave. Like,
right,
nah, that developed over years.
right. So yeah, that's definitely good right now. Also, Range, I want to welcome to the stage. I hope the brother is able to cam up if he's able to. I don't know if he is. That's Bam Saynomore. Bam is he's one of the partners from New Lane
Okay.
Entertainment. You might know New Lane because that's PNB Rock's label,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
that was PNB Rock. Um, um, they was his partner. They was all partners. Bam was behind a lot of. Bam also was the one of the founders of
Okay.
Headshot Records that found Meek. Georgia had that whole movement right there.
Absolutely.
Besides for a lot of the other artists that he deal with, like right now he's dealing with West,
Okay.
uh, D West, a lot of D Jones.
Saint
Um,
Basil.
yeah. So that's Bam Say No More, and Bam that's Range
Nice to meet you, good
Extraordinaire,
brother.
artist development, all other types of things
We
that he
follow
do
each
over
other. I'm,
there.
I'm familiar with Range.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
all right, that's what's up. So I mean, I don't know if the people might not know that you know. So Range was just going into explaining the importance of artist development. So we were just trying to find some little things that we can help out these younger artists with some information. Most of them never been nowhere near the industry. They never been nowhere near nothing. They just think
Yeah,
that they record and they go. So I got two people that's experienced with dealing with industry level stuff and industry level information that they might need. These artists might need to get to the next spot.
yeah. I
Go
think
ahead, man.
about that on the other day on my live. Yeah, it's like they trying to they fear artist development. They don't want them developed no more because they want to screw them over.
Mm.
So, like, it's like a developed artist lasts longer. These artists we've been getting the last couple of years, they've been now you see me, now you don't, because they're not developed, they're not ready. They drop all this money on them, right? Let them go crazy, buy their houses, buy their cars, and then let their song go get as hot as it can get. Then they disappear, and they just be stuck sending their music to the labels, and they not answering their phones and all.
That's real.
Right.
Real.
That's what the game missing. Everybody keeps saying what's wrong with music. Artist development is what's wrong with music. These artists are not being developed.
Mm.
I think that's what Dirk just went through. I think after all them years, he wasn't a developed artist. He got around the GOAT. Once he got around Drake, he started saying, "Hold on, there's some gold. There's a pot of gold at the end of that rainbow." I was playing games all this time. He's like more of a better artist to me.
Mm. You was about to say something, Ranch?
No, I'm agreeing with him 100%, man. Like when we look at the legends, there's not really a legendary artist that you can't trace back to their development stage. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I tell artists all the time, like you don't need me to get on. You don't need me to get on. All you need to do is hit a lick and go viral to get on. You need development to stay on,
just stick
right?
around.
You need development to understand and to have a point of view and voice that lasts past what the wave is. Because the companies don't like the majors don't need an artist to be developed because they all they're gonna do is hit a lick and keep hitting 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 a lick. Like,
Over
but,
and over.
but that's bad. That's bad for the music. That's bad for the culture, right? But they don't care about the culture. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, they don't care about the culture. So all they
Right.
care about is their profit margin. So they can go from one artist, they can go from one hit to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. But we suffer as a culture, and the fans suffer because the quality suffers.
Mm.
And I'm gonna tell you where they screwed us at, and and still, son. And as a people, we let them screw us because once they took them records and them cassette tapes and them CDs out of our hands, we gave up a lot of power to them.
Mm.
I found out that the DSPs is paying labels to put the music out.
I
Wow.
was I was hearing I was listening to somebody break that down like a couple weeks ago too. Yeah.
So this
Yeah,
is something that's being discussed
yeah, they
Yep.
yeah,
among the people that know
yeah, I see
that
it.
that the artists might not be privy to. The artists might not be privy to this information, but it's clearly being discussed
Yeah,
and
they
it's
don't have
being broken
to.
down.
So the labels and these DSPs, they run in hand in hand, and how they control us is off the streams because these kids, this younger generation, only believe in streams. Now, when we had discs and tapes and records, we can hit the we was getting that money ourselves. We like, Master P, he one of the ones that really did it. Now he ain't fake like he did it. He really did it.
Out the
So to
trunk
take
off
the
the
power out,
muscle.
they had to give him a deal. They took the power out. He was getting too much money without them.
Hmm.
Right.
Getting too much money that you don't know the boy. You ain't got no business having no paper. Stop.
So
But the deals be about leverage, and artists don't understand that either. You know what I mean? Like the more you build on your own, the more leverage you have. But it takes real work, right? It takes real
right,
work to build on your own, and so that goes back to what we was talking about originally. Everybody want that instant gratification. You know what I mean?
right,
There's no instant gratification in artist development. You don't come in development and be dope in a month, in 6 months, in a year. That's not how it works.
right,
You come in and you get broken down to get built back up into a thing. But you understand this if you play sports or if you did anything like that, because you understand that in order for you to be a collegiate star, you spent your whole teens balling, getting crushed at the park. You know what I mean? Balling with the old head, getting coke. Like that's what makes you great. What you went up against and what you learn. Artist development is the same thing. What makes you great is the lessons, is the tests, is the me giving you all these drills. You gotta write me at 16 and 15 minutes. You know what I mean? I'm calling you at 2 o'clock in the morning, like, yo, spit me something, sing me something. You know what I mean? I'm hitting you up when you in the middle of the da da da, asking you questions so that you'll be a machine. When you look at Beyonce, she a machine. You know what I
right,
mean? So if her heel break on stage, you find out about it after the show is over with. You know what I mean? And you'll see that in the older artists where they're able to overcome adversity in real time. You know what I
right,
mean? But
Look at
you
the
can only overcome adversity in real time because you trained to deal with adversity. When you was hooping, you was going through drills, shooting crazy shots, shooting through, getting fouled. You know what I mean? Getting your follow through the N1. That ain't luck. That's what you developed in muscle memory. Artist development is the same thing. I develop things in muscle memory. You got to do this over and over and over again. You know what I
right,
mean? And that's something that this generation is missing. They just, if you ask one of these kids to spit you 16, and it's like they gonna send you to they gonna send you to the DSP, and it's like, nah, spit me 16. You know what I mean? It's like,
you got to look at artists like, all right, say we can use our city for example. Artists like Meek. Our artists, we developed Meek. That's why he stood the test of time, and he's still relevant because a lot of the stuff he went through, he was already. I mean, he went through it as a child as well, not probably at the same degree, but he know what it feel like.
right,
Artists like Uzi, that was a 5-6 year process that people don't even talk about. He ain't just pop off.
right,
He was opening up for when the Migos was grinding. He was a part of all that running around. So they be cut for Travis Scott, cut for it. You see what I'm saying? And the artists that's been popping lately, they not lasting. They're not mentally developed
right,
to be an
right.
artist.
So let me ask you a question, right? So outside of the artist development part, right? Because I know both of y'all spend a lot of time in the studio with artists. What's one of the things that you seeing in the studios that artists is not that's holding a lot of artists back when they get in the studio?
not coming treating it like it's a job.
Uh huh.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Like the studio ain't your hangout spot. You know what I mean? It's like we come into the studio to work, and even if we hanging, right? Even if we are hanging, we still coming to work. So it's like you can't come here and get drunk and high, and then you can't even, you can't even perform, or you can't if you knew you was gonna be here and you supposed to be cutting 5 songs. Them songs should be written before you get here, unless the plan is you coming to write. You know what I mean? Because that's the thing. Sometimes the plan is you coming to write. But if
right,
but if you got the tracks beforehand, you know what I mean? Them joints should be written and damn near memorized when you get into the joint. You want to maximize your time. You know what I
right,
mean?
right. What about you, man?
I slightly somewhat. I'm not pro drugs, but I slightly somewhat. It's certain drugs from my experience to get the job done. It's like on
I'm
home
not
and air.
this
I don't want to hype nobody up to do the drug.
this my energy. You gotta know you, right? Because I'm not here to tell anybody what to do and what not to do, right? If you smoking that gets you right, oh, I'm all for it. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I
But
agree with that.
but that don't happen for everybody. I
It don't.
seen niggas smoking and geek out. You know what I mean? So for me, it's understanding what's gonna have you in your lane professionally. That's gonna have you be able to max the time. That's what's most important to me is that you come in and we max this time out. You know what I mean?
A,
Yeah.
a, a pet peeve of mine is the whole no writing thing. Now, who started that? They started before this generation. Hove
Right,
started and he put that in the air, and then Wayne did it. That they don't write, but you have to understand what they went through, not to be able, not to have to. They're not writing on a pen and they're not using a pen and a pad. They're writing, but they're not using a pen and a pad. These guys, they go in there and they just go. And what they don't notice is they become repetitive, and their vocabulary is limited.
Mm.
So you're saying the same words. Oh, it's the same every 3 songs. It's the same thing.
right,
When you put it down on paper, you will notice that you're doing that. But when you
right.
you got your homies, oh no, you smoked the joint. No, 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 no. Hov and Wayne, they don't write, but they take breaks. They take years off.
Mm.
They might get 6 hot bars, sit it to the side eventually. You only need 16. You only gotta add 10 more to be classic.
And but they're elite,
Right.
right? They're elite. To me, that's the equivalent of a person coming in cold off the street and shooting threes because they trying to be like Steph. And it's like, no,
Exactly.
you don't understand what Steph workout warm up regimen is though. Like he ain't start off shooting threes.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like
Right.
that ain't So what you're saying though is just really it just speaks to the ignorance of people. That's what I was talking about earlier, Basil. People be imitating stuff, not understanding the origin. Like you can't
Right.
imitate, you don't understand the origin. Like you
Right.
gotta understand the origin. You gotta understand that Biggie was a savant with words. Jay-Z was a savant. They were savants with words. They not It's not your average person talking about on right? And then they got it stored in their heads because what they basically doing is writing in their head. You know what I
Right.
mean? They not putting it down on paper. They not freestyling frivolous shit. You go back and listen to the bars, and the bars is intricate. Well, if you can't come up with intricate bars off the top of your head, then you need to be right.
You know who woke me up to that? And I'm gonna give him all the credit in the world who woke me up to that. Saint Basil woke me up to that. He had said something about DMX before, right?
Mm.
And he said, damn, you have to go listen. He's not he not a lyrical, right? But what he was doing, what was getting over is his life experience. A lot of these people, a lot of these new artists don't have them life experiences. He had life experiences. When you listen to Big ain't use a lot of punchlines. Here and there, he might slide a joint in, but he's speaking life.
Picture
Sorry, I'm
family.
sorry. Somebody called me. He's speaking life experiences, and these kids, they don't have the experience. They just going to, oh, all right, I'm gonna watch YouTube for about 5, 6 hours. Go outside with my gat on me, sell a couple, do whatever you gonna do, do a drill or two, however you want to do it. And they think, nah, it don't work like that. Ain't getting you ready for these people because you ain't gonna last. I'm
Right.
in for
Because
longevity. Anybody I
you're
deal
not
with,
gonna
I
have
see
unique
longevity as
perspective.
that person. I don't
Mm.
just deal with anybody.
Right. Right. So,
Yeah,
so, so
what you're saying
yeah, go
is
ahead,
100.
Ryan.
It's 100%. You have to have a unique perspective. You know what I mean? That's what's gonna draw. DMX had a unique perspective. You know what I mean? He had a unique approach. Old Dirty Bastard had a unique approach. You know what I mean?
Right.
Biggie had a unique approach. Like we we call people pioneers because they came in. Even how Future came in the game, his approach was different. But that's what I was saying when you first came on. Like people don't understand it. He used to rhyme like Outkast. Like he came out of Dungeon Family King.
Yes,
Like that
yes, yes.
cultivated. That was
Right.
cultivated. Two Chains was Titty Boy. Like the Two Chains thing was cultivated. You know what I mean? It was
Right. Right.
cultivated. There's a reason. that Rick Ross has been able to withstand all of these attacks on his character because because what he does was cultivated to the point that he going to do it to a point regardless of what you say. He going to double down on the character. DJ Khaled is going to double down on the character. It don't matter if you say he corny or he goofy. He just going to double down on the character. When you understand the character and you double down on the character, you don't get caught up in the sidebar. You stick with the thing that works for you.
Right, right. So if you had, I want to, because before we get to the last part of this show, right, which is where I'm gonna play a couple records that that people sent me to review, and they wanted to get different sets of ears on it. I don't
Okay.
just play rap. So, like today, we got a record from Leak Moss, and then we got a record from a Haitian gospel artist named
Okay.
Nakanat that
Okay.
sings, right? So, I want to listen to both of those records. But before we even get to that point, I wanted to know if it was one thing, like if a young artist come to you and say, all right, listen, I want to do this rap thing. Where do I start? What would you
Mm.
tell them, right?
Just
I would say that you start with doing the history of hip hop
Mm.
so that
And
you can
why would that be?
understand what came before you, so that you can understand what you can add to it.
Right. Okay. Okay.
it's funny. It's funny that he said that because rock was a music anomaly. You would look
Mm.
at him and think this little skinny light skinned kid from Germantown just on his melody. No, no, no. It's not a song from the 70s, 80s, and 90s that he didn't know by heart.
Mm.
His
Mm.
mind, he named after Rakim the rapper. His
Mm-hmm.
mom was
Mm.
a music head, so it led
Okay.
him into being able to become the artist he became because of his knowledge.
Dope. Dope. Dope.
It make a
Dope.
difference because even without you saying that, you can feel that because when an artist has that, they're able to do things that make them unique because they're pulling from so many different references.
Mm.
I tell a person, if I study Earth, Wind, and Fire, if I study Genesis and Phil Collins, if I study Bobby McFerrin, I study Stevie Wonder, then I study Nas and Two Live Crew and Kendrick Lamar and Bob Marley. Well, what am I gonna sound like?
Right.
I'm gonna sound like myself,
Exactly.
right? Because my influences are so vast. I'm pulling from so many different spaces.
Mm.
I'm gonna sound like myself.
And
Great.
Right?
you know
So
what's crazy that you said that because no Diddy but Puff was on that already. That's why he went back when he broke his label. What's the beats? What he tap into?
the classics.
Everything was every beat, every song was tapped in. We might have me growing up, I didn't know that until I became a
Right.
grown man.
Right.
But when I look back, I'm like, that was a song before, and that
Yep.
was a song before. Wow.
Yep.
Right. Right. And that's kind of segue into like actually speak about when we speak about the sampling issue, right? The sampling is fine if you're going to kind of understand where the sample comes from and understand what you're trying to do with the record. It's not just get the sample, put it on, and just run over it because you're going to damage your classic. You want to build
Absolutely.
on what was already there before you,
Absolutely.
right? So yeah, that's definitely a good point that you made right there. Um, I'm glad that y'all both was able to, give some information. I hope these young guys can learn from it. They're gonna know where to tap into both of y'all at. But I do want to play these two records for y'all, and then also I'm gonna introduce a new. Well, it's not really new. This is called Armenian, right? Armenian Soul. This is a French cognac. It's been aged in a French barrel, 10 years. And Basil bars. This is part of my segment. I like to introduce like new liquors,
I love it.
liqueurs, and wines to the people. You know, everything ain't got to be Ciroc. Everything ain't got to be Henny. So you know, you just pop in. You know, you get yourself a nice little fine bottle. So every episode, normally I would do this in person. Y'all would pull up to the Basil Bar studio and we can have a shot together. So next time, hopefully we can get together and do that.
Yeah, I need that. I need to pull up, bro. I need to
Yeah,
pull up.
yeah, for sure.
I'm just so happy that I'm listening to some Haitian gospel and Leak Moss and not the elevator board I thought you was going to say.
No. So you gotta cut it out, bro. Cut it out. So yeah, let me play this first Leak Moss record. We're gonna listen to it, then we're gonna come back and give Leak Moss whatever type of critique that he might need on the record.
Okay.
I'm gonna have a ball with this.
Here you go, man. If y'all can mute up. This record is called Philadelphia. Let me see. Here we go.
Where I'm from, they call it brotherly love, but I don't see it in the streets of Philadelphia. I see murder after murder, mothers crying at funeral service, all because our son's out in the streets of Philadelphia. But if they knew what I knew, they'd do what I do. Try to make it out of the streets of Philadelphia.
Went from brotherly love, but now it's all pain. No cookouts, no more ball games. Nothing but drugs that help escape poverty. Can't keep it inside of me, all this harsh reality. They think gangsters who catch the most bodies. They knew I was gangster cause nobody would try me. Whole city of pythons, this shit slimy. Knew each other they whole life, me still lying. It happens every day outside. Had to move my kids, they wanted to play outside. I went in, cause they was in the way outside. Might bring you to my block, cause you gon' stay outside.
Where I'm from, they call it brotherly love, but I don't see it in the streets of Philadelphia. I see murder after murder, mothers crying at funeral service, all because their son's out in the streets of Philadelphia. But if they knew what I knew, they'd do what I do, and try to make it out of the streets of Philadelphia.
Everybody struggling, no more fights, they skip tussling. They don't care about the kids suffering. No dads, all the programs getting shut down. Saw everybody on the corner with a bust down. Started talking to this little shorty at the lunch now. New mic just about to touch down. What now? I'm watching kid after kid get murdered. Everybody killing over pennies like it's worth it. Sentenced to death, they ain't even get the verdict. They'll kill a friend and won't even skip the service. No disrespect, I'm from Philly and I love it, but we can't be seen out in public.
Where I'm from, they call it brotherly love, but I don't see it in the streets of Philadelphia. I see murder after murder, mothers crying at funeral service, all because their son's out in the streets of Philadelphia. But if they knew what I knew, they'd do what I do, and try to make it out of the streets of Philadelphia.
Yeah, that record right there is called Philadelphia. That's from Leak Moss. I believe that's Chris Cargo on the production. Right? I don't know who that was on the hook.
That's Wiz Gam on the hook.
And Wiz Gam on the hook. Wiz Gam on the hook. My apologies to the
record. I know that record because I was a part of that process of building that project. That record is a really dope record to me because kind of what we was talking about earlier. Leak really paint a picture, right? And he paint a picture that if you ain't been to Philly, if you ain't never walked through a Philly situation, you could listen to that record and you could picture in your head, you could paint a picture in your head, of what it is to go through, right? And that's what you want from any artist. You want their ability to paint a picture, the way that he rides the beat, his voice texture. Sometimes it ain't even everything a person is saying, but how they able to make it feel in their projection. And his
Mm-hmm.
voice that beat, his voice match that beat, his cadence, the flow, his space. You can understand he take you on a journey. You know what I mean? So that's a strong record, and then the hook ties it in. You know what I mean? So
Right.
that's a really strong record to me. That's a really strong record for that genre.
Right. Right. Ben, what you think about it?
Yeah.
And let me just say to the chat real quick, I'm my bad. We had some technical difficulties. I thought I was going to be streaming on all three platforms. I just got to work out the kinks. So yeah, we've been over here strictly on StreamYard, YouTube, but we have it worked out for the next show. No, y'all can type in whatever comments y'all want. If y'all got any questions too, y'all can put them in the comments as well. Go ahead, man.
No, that was definitely a fire record from Leak. It was a little unexpected, but he's a talented artist. So I visualized almost. I see that video as I'm listening to the song. I see that's a powerful song, man. Like
Right.
Right,
I really like that song a lot, like a lot, a lot.
right. And from hearing the record, this is where I think Leak can really that's a strong record because Leak it goes back to the character thing, right? Range. Leak
Yep.
carries an aura. The team that he's with carries a particular aura, right? So it automatically validates what he says about the streets.
Right.
And normally with the mind is saying, I'm about to hear some super tough shit from this guy, right? But he's able to give that tale from a cautionary standpoint. He's able to paint it to the everyday layman's man thinking like, damn man, I'm tired of this shit. And they can relate to it.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Even the tough guys that play tough, they can really come down off their jaw and be like, well, if Leak feel this way, dang. So that's why I think it really got a lot of power. So when you get to the technical aspect of the record, I think the production, he right on point. And Leak did something in the second verse. To start off the second verse, he wasn't in that same he wasn't in the same place with his rhyme pattern, his rhyme scheme. Like he did something different than we could. Leak is normally 1, 2, 3, and then it's 4. Bam, it land right there. But in them first couple bars, he like switched up the pattern. You understand what I'm saying? Which he don't normally do, which is a good thing for him as well. So I think that he was in a good space with that. Um, yeah, I like the record. I can hear it on a movie. That's what I really can hear it on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can hear it on the movie. The hook kind of nostalgic to me. So it's like I don't know how well that would generate
Right,
to people. Because the hook, like the sound, it wasn't. But the actual rapping part, the bars, I would like.
right,
It's hard to execute. But where's the writing? So if Moss could find somebody in that can execute, because at the end of the day, the youth is the future.
right,
So
right,
if you could put that and put a twist on it, I think it'd be a bigger record.
I'm not
Because
mad at
right,
that. Yeah, I'm
because
not mad at that.
soon as the youth hear that, it was good singing, it was good writing on the hook. But as soon as they hear that, they not really going to tap into that. Like no matter how
right,
good Leak Moss rap, no matter his name in the streets, it's just like that hook. It sounds a little cliche-ish to me.
right. That's why I say it works in a movie, right? So like in a movie, um, in a score is a little bit different. You vibe into it. That hook goes whatever the movie is. Like you, sometimes you vibe into something in the movie. Like if you hear stuff on the end of Power and stuff like that, you hear those records. There ain't nothing that you would ride to, right? It ain't nothing that you'll put on, but it works for the show.
Right. Right. Right.
So but I definitely agree well, what you said on the hook, I want to invite in another gentleman right here. This is that's Touch Money Now. If you can cam up, Touch Money Now. He's Touch Money.
What up?
He's the leader of that Touch Money movement.
Nah, we came up here though, guy.
Who does Range?
What
That's
up?
Range.
I met Range at the studio that time.
All right,
Yeah,
did.
what's good
Yes,
with
sir.
you?
We need you to cam up now.
Huh?
We need
came
you
up
to
here.
cam up.
Yeah,
Right here, I'm at work, man.
Oh,
What's
all
good
right.
with you?
Tell a big back to fall back. You know, big back supervisor.
What's going on here? I thought this was going to be some battles and shit.
No. All right, now. Thank you for coming up, man. God bless you. Good night.
Oh no, I thought he's at the gun show. I'm gonna go to the bleachers though. What's the topic though, so I can join in?
No, this is Basil Bars, man. Just had a conversation with Range and Band, getting some pointers for the artists, and then we just reviewing a couple songs. That's it. But thank you, brother. Thank you for coming up. All right, so that was that record from Leak Moss. I want to get one more, and this is from this artist right here. Is actually, she's a Haitian gospel artist. Her name is Nakanai. Let me get to her record. It's called Dignity. So I really defer to like when it comes to these R&B records, I'm the first to say I'm not the expert on that. You understand what I'm saying? I just know if I like it or not.
Right.
But I don't know what to tell the artist to do to improve it all the time. You know what I mean? Like those little nuances. I know you like a savant in there with the vocals and all of that. So and I know Band working with Rock, he know what stuff sound like. So I want to play this record from Nakanai. She's an artist out of Orlando, Florida, gospel artist. And let's get into this. Everybody mute up.
You don't need no one to validate you. A saying that is tried and it's so true. Don't you believe in what you read? Yeah. Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Yeah. But you constantly looking back at all of your flaws and what you like. Listening to me again and again. All of their opinions inside your head. But look yourself in the mirror and repeat after me. Yeah, look yourself in the mirror and repeat after me. I have dignity, yeah. I have dignity, yeah. 'Cause I'm supposed to be respected. Yeah, I'm supposed to be held in high esteem. I am so worthy. I have dignity, yeah. 'Cause I'm supposed to be respected. Yeah, I'm supposed to be, yeah. If you ain't giving me R-E-S-P-E-C-T, then back up. Please get from around me. Been doing a deep dive, searching my lovely mind. Being so very kind to me, loving me, trusting my king. That's all I need. Been leveling up, yeah, changing it up, yeah. I know I'm enough, that's what I believe. So look yourself in the mirror and repeat after me, yeah. Yeah, look yourself in the mirror and repeat after me. I have dignity, yeah. I have dignity, yeah. 'Cause I'm supposed to be respected. Yeah, I'm I'm supposed to be held in high esteem. I am so worthy. I have dignity, yeah. 'Cause I'm supposed to be respected. Yeah, I'm supposed to be held in high esteem. I am so worthy. I have dignity, yeah. 'Cause I'm supposed to be respected. Yeah, I'm supposed to be. Yeah, I have dignity. I have dignity. 'Cause I'm supposed to be respected. I have dignity.
So
Right. So that artist right there, Nakanai, out of Orlando, Florida, Haitian gospel artist. I'm gonna start off with Range, my savant. What can you tell me about that record right there, and any help that you can get or guidance for that, if you could?
so I like her tone.
Mm-hmm.
I like her tone a lot. I think the danger that happens the first music that I ever did coming up was gospel music.
Mm-hmm.
I think the danger is in being so straightforward that it's quite interesting enough to pull you in,
Mm.
right? Like when it's so straightforward, then it's kind of like I know what you're saying, I know where you're going, and it becomes the thing that it's not right.
Right.
Um, one of the things that I feel like would have helped with that is if she had more colors in her range, right?
Mm.
When she goes, especially in the first verse, when she goes from the verse part to the pre-hook, it
Right.
doesn't it doesn't go anywhere, right?
Okay.
So there's no dramatic lift or anything that takes me to a place like the beat is already down tempo, which is fine,
Right.
right? Her tone sits in a mid pocket, so it's almost kind of like I'm being mitted to death, right?
Right.
Where it needs to go somewhere else. Like that, if she doesn't have if she doesn't have a strong full voice, some falsetto colors, right? Some
Right.
some harmonies that's gonna jolt my ear, that's gonna pull me, right?
Right.
So it's definitely not a bad record. It's not a bad
Right.
record by the imagination, right?
Right. Right.
It's just not there are things that could happen to it if it had some dynamic changes
Right.
that could really make it something that could kind of stand out. So
Right.
right now, I like her vocal tone. Clearly it's a good message. I mean, it's a gospel message, so it's gonna be a good
Right.
message. So clearly it's a good message. I like her tone. I just think that there are a bunch of nuances that she could have done that would have made it sonically more interesting.
Right. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. So she should be watching. Hopefully, she's watching,
Okay.
and
The
she
tone
understands
of
what you're saying.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. What about you, man?
Yeah, what I got from it is I liked the song. It was a nice song. It didn't grab me.
Hmm.
She was giving
Right.
me a little LMA-ish, but
Okay.
like Rain said, some of them, sometimes she was supposed to take it somewhere, she left it where it was at, and the opportunity was there,
Right.
and she didn't snatch it. I even
Right.
think at the end of the song, she should have went high to end that song off.
Right. So it sounds to me like the artist was like afraid to take off. You understand what I'm saying? Like I can do it, but I don't want to try it. Like I feel like she should have tried to do it.
It
You
it
understand what I'm
feels
saying?
it feels too safe to have taken me. Like
Right.
so if the message is simple,
Hmm.
let's take it back to what we were talking about with DMX, right?
Right.
DMX wasn't going to out rap nobody as far as like the lyrics.
Right.
But in the passion, what Jay-Z say, how I'm supposed to go behind that? You know what I mean? It's like he he gave you so much in passion that it's like you're not even questioning quote unquote how good he can rap. If the message is gonna be a simple message, it's a simple message, dignity. I don't gotta listen to that song twice to understand the message, right?
Right.
So if it's going to be that simple and that straightforward, then you got to have the colors that's going to make the song special. That's going to take me somewhere, right? The
Right.
colors take me somewhere. You can't be afraid to. Okay, this is important. I gotta believe you.
Right.
Exactly.
I gotta believe you, right? That that sounds like a good idea. Like I got dignity. Like that's good to say. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
But there's a way to do it that you're gonna give me certain notes and certain lifts that give me the conviction. You
Right.
know?
Okay. Got you.
Yeah, I think on that double up on the hook, when she say dignity, yeah, I think that second hook she should have took it up a notch.
Yeah. Okay.
I said it. She
All
left
right.
it right where it was at. Dignity, yeah,
Right.
dignity, yeah. I think that second one she should have. Let me grab my listeners. Let me get y'all ears.
Right.
And she did not.
Okay.
She did not do that.
So yeah, that's good advice for knock. So hopefully, because I don't think that like she didn't drop it or anything. So that's the reason why she sent it.
But yeah. Let's get a full arrangement on that drawing. Let's get some dynamic changes. If it's
Right.
not out, yeah, because it's the skeleton of a good song.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's good. Hopefully that she can get work. Now that song that we played from Leak, that's out already. That's on his project, The Good Book, short film, The Good Book by Leak Moss. You can get that on all streaming platforms. Not you can find her on Instagram. She's not NAK12 on Instagram. Leak Moss, OVH Leak Moss on Instagram. Fellas,
And
it's
real
the
quick,
end.
babe,
Yes,
real
sir.
quick, the good book was actually produced by Crew, which was the predecessor to the Ring.
Oh,
So
okay.
that
Yeah,
was
dope.
that was us before the Ring that produced that product. That's why I was so familiar with it. That's
Yeah.
actually where I started to kick it with Leak. So yeah,
Oh, okay. Dope.
yeah.
Dope. So, we about to wrap up this episode, brothers. If y'all got anything that y'all want to leave the people with before we get up out of here, what you got going on, who to look out for, so on and so forth.
The Ring is up and coming. Jay Brown just hit number one on the Billboard R&B playlist. Record is called If You Could See You. You could stream that, anywhere. His project's doing well. We got work coming out on Kenya Vaughn. We got a couple of songs released on her already. Uh, Showing love for the city of Philly. I'm working on Cold Gray, hip hop super group that we're in the ground building stages of that, and just and I'm here for any artist that's looking for development, that's looking to put the push, that's looking to turn into a real professional. Like I'm here. Like you can get at me at Range the Messenger or on the gram. Let's work. Let's build.
For sure, for sure. I appreciate that, range. Bam, you got anything for the people?
Yeah, I want to shout out to everybody. I got a bunch of things that I'm working on. No dates on none of them. We currently wrapping up PNB Rock's Post Mortis album,
Respect.
which is I'm hopefully get cleared. It's called R&B Forever because
Mm.
that's how he came in the game. R&B, R&B to him stands for real inward bangers. So
Respect.
Right.
got that coming. I got my guy West just dropped a single called Material Girl.
Yeah,
By
that's dope.
I, I love it. My other guy Zare just dropped a single today called Too Late.
Yeah, too late. Zare, y'all tapping the Zare. Too late out right now.
Other guy I'm working with, Mamba Cinco, dropped a song today called Cool.
Mm.
drop the video. Single.
Okay.
I'll probably give it a couple weeks before we drop that single. Yeah, but I got a lot going on right now, so I'm trying to help a few people. Oh yeah, my guy Jonesy, he just he just dropped his single, doing pretty good too, called Zaza featuring Young Chris.
Dope.
Oh, and
Dope.
another thing he dropped just now with Nino Man. If y'all familiar with Nino Man in New York,
Yeah.
yeah, he just dropped a single with Nino Man. So yeah, I got a whole bunch going on. I can't really put no timestamp on nothing to be delivered because like right now we had to be, so,
Right.
it's a couple.
Development.
Right. And we got Jonesy and Friends show coming up August 8th, so everybody pop out for that. It's gonna be a dope event.
You performing there, right?
Yeah, I'm performing. Yeah, I'll be performing. Everybody pop out to Jonesy and Friends, August 8th. That's gonna be in Upper Darby, PA. The venue, you can check it on his page on D Jones um, on Instagram. And that's it. I'm thank you, brothers, for having. Thank y'all for joining us
Anytime.
for this episode, man. And I mean, we all
You
we tapped that.
so used to get invited. You told me thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, yeah, but y'all still, yeah, man. Thank y'all for having me. You know what I mean? Y'all came in and my audience get something out of this, man. We just, we just gonna keep it rolling, keep it going.
And
But
anytime you want to do this, man, I'm up for it anytime, baby.
for sure, bro. We're gonna tap in. I'm trying to get episode 5 locked in, have the guests and everything all locked in, and have it situated. Cause I just gotta learn it on the StreamYard platform. I ain't have it that way before, but it's a way better format. So I like it this way. But with that, say peace out to the people. Y'all
Yeah,
enjoy.
yeah.
Shout
Good to
out.
see you, fam. Y'all be safe.
Say no more.